Good morning, students. So in the last class, digital electronics was introduced, right? In which certain logic gates were explained. The basic logic gates are and, not, or, and then the other logic gates where you will use this basic logic gates, it turns into some gates, isn't it? That is NAND, NOR and XOR, where this is how computation started taking place. That is how electronics gave a way to computers is only in this way, where we were able to compute some mathematical relations were able to be brought out. So here there are certain rules which it follows. In certain conditions where if after computation, if it has to give you some answer as yes or no, in those conditions we started using this Boolean algebra. That is, yes will say nothing but 1 and no will say nothing but 0. But that gave you only yes or no alone. But there were lot of even more computations which has to be done. So there were some laws which was stated. That is what we are going to deal today in detail, wherein it relates logic and also mathematics. So what are the certain laws are? First one is the complement law. Already whatever we have studied, NOT gate, complement, y is equal to a complement. Then OR laws. OR is y is equal to a plus b. That is, this is the operator. So a or b. So using that, when I could give input a plus 0, it gives me an output of a. If it is input as a and plus 1, it gives me 1. And if it is a or a, both the inputs are a, it is again only the output which is going to be only a. And if it is a and a complement, what does this means is a and its complement, when you give it to an OR gate, it gives you an answer of 1. Okay, so these are the laws through which we can compute. So this is all OR laws. The next one is AND. So in the last class we have studied y is equal to a dot b, a and b. So again I use the same 4 statements, where first input will be everywhere a and the second input will be 0. The possibilities, it's nothing but the other possibilities of the inputs, which is 0, it can be 1, or it can be a and it can be a complement. So in those conditions, what were the output was 0, a and 1 gives me a. So what we have learned, children, it is a dot 0 is equal to 0. A and 0 gives me 0. A and 1 gives me a again, the same one. A and a also gives me a. And a dot a complement will give me 0. This is the AND laws. This is not mathematical laws, children. This is logic. And then next one is the commutative law. Commutative law, associative law, distributive law, you would have studied in mathematics the same, but we will use the logic in it, where it is a plus b will be equal to b plus a and a dot b will be equal to b dot a. In those conditions, we say that expression is commutative. That is, left hand side will be equal to the right hand side. Then associative. Associative, that word itself says how the first input is associated with the second one, how it is related. That is what the meaning of associated is. So here you get a plus b plus c, which will be equal to a plus b. That is, however you add a plus b plus c, if both are equal, then you say that it is associative law. Like that with AND gate also, a dot b dot c will be equal to a dot b dot c. Then distributive law. All these laws you would have studied even in ordinary algebra also. So here it is a into b plus c. So distributive says how it can be distributed. I am going to multiply this ab plus AC. The second one, A plus B into C. So which gives me A plus B into A plus C. So these are all the laws through which we compute Boolean algebra. So De Morgan theorem, a very important theorem, children. What you have actually, whatever you have studied in your maths in your 10th standard, more or less the same. Okay, but this is explained using your gates. What does the first theorem says is the complements of the sum of the two logical inputs. Sum of the complements of the sum. First you sum it and then complement is done. That is what the meaning of this statement is. Always in physics, certain statements are always written in equations. So how do I write this equation is complements of the sum. So A plus B sum and then its whole complement is equal to the product of its complement. That is individual complements. A complement dot B complement. These both are equal. The both answers, the outputs of this gates gave me the same answer. That is what the first law of De Morgan is. The complements of the sum of two logical inputs is equal to the product of its complement. So this one is nothing but NOR gate and this one is nothing but bubbled AND gate. What's the meaning of bubbled AND gate is to an AND gate, both A input and B input, it is given to a NOT gate and then it is given to an AND gate. So in order to give a proof, we need to draw a truth table which we have seen in the last class itself. So here two inputs A and B. Then what else is required is to compute A plus B. Then you have to find out A plus B the complement. Then A complement, B complement. Then A complement dot B complement. That is, this is equal to the products of its complements. So now we always know what are the various inputs are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. What's the third one? Third column, first two are inputs. Third column is nothing but where A plus B. Then 0, 1 gives me 1. Then it is 1, 0 gives me again 1. 1, 1 gives me 1. But my NOR gate is A plus B the complement. So I should complement it. What's the meaning of complement? All the zeros will get converted into ones. So here the 0 has got converted into 1 and all the other ones have got converted into 0. Now I need to complement the inputs A complement and B complement. So just complements all the zeros into ones and ones into zeros. Now A complement dot B complement. So here only when you will have 1, only when both inputs are 1, 1, 1, 1. In all the other things it is 0. Now I need to compare the fourth column and the seventh column. Fourth column answer and the seventh column answer are the same. So what does it implies is that this is what the NOR gate is. NOR gate is drawn here. NOR will be equal to bubbled AND gate. This proves De Morgan first theorem is true. Now moving on to the next topic, which is De Morgan's second law. First law, where complement of the sum. Here it will be complement of the product of two inputs. This statement is written as A dot B the whole complement. The complement of the product of the two inputs is equal to the sum of its complement. That is A complement plus B complement. So what does this say is, you have an AND gate which should be equal to the bubbled OR gate. So NAND gate, you know what is the output is, and bubbled OR gate, what's the meaning of that is, you are going to complement the inputs and then give it to an OR gate. That is, inputs are given to a NOT gate and then it is given to OR gate. This is not NOR gate, children, it is bubbled OR gate. It gives you a different answer. So again, to prove it, we need to draw a truth table having A, B. I have written some columns there so that you can easily understand. A, B, then after that I want a result of A dot B the complement. So A dot B, then A dot B the complement. After that is A complement, B complement, then A complement plus B complement. That is why it is written as sum of its individual complements. Now again the possibility of inputs are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Then A dot B. So A dot B will give you only when you have 1 and 1, 1 as answer. But that is not the ultimate answer that I require. The output is A dot B the complement. So all the zeros are converted into 1 and ones are converted into 0. Then it comes A complement and B complement. Again in A, zeros and ones are inverted. Then in B, again 0 and 1s are inverted. After this, it's a sum of its complement. So 1 or 1 gives me 1. At last, only when 0, 0 gives me 0. So here again, this fourth column and the seventh column output are the same. So I can write NAND gate is equal to bubbled OR gate. So NAND gate is equal to bubbled OR gate. Complement of the product of two inputs is equal to sum of its complement. Now moving on to the last heading, which is integrated chips, IC. This is found in most of our digital world, computers or even your smartphones. What is smartphone made up of? What's the difference between an ordinary phone and smartphone? Is this IC chip which is there. But what it is made up of? It is made up of thousands of millions of transistors, that is all active components and passive components are there in an IC chip. But why do we use a digital IC chip? Is that its cost and performance, only based on cost and performance, it has started evolved like this, because performance, what's the meaning of performance is it has a high speed and it can hold a increased capacity. The capacity is, nowadays you get phones which has 64 GB also as memory inside, and like you can have an other memory card again of 64 GB where it reaches to somewhere around. Not only that, the same microchip is what is used in computers. RAM, you would have studied something called as RAM, RAM. What is RAM made up of? Is it is made up of microchip where all the things are stored. The capacity of storage is more in that. And but if you look into the size of it, it is a very small size. Because of that only, the smartphone which has turned only into your hand itself. Okay, so where IC chip is there. So this is what gave wave to the communication field also.